And the interventions are directive psychology, like behavior therapy, and physical interventions, like medication. So I don't caricature, really. I mean, these are two extreme poles, and probably most professionals would be somewhere in the middle between them. But they do energize a lot of public debate as well as professional debate. And this is my theme about how we can, whether the thesis and the antithesis can ever have any reconciliation. I'm particularly going to take the example of ADHD, of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, because it is very common. It sits very firmly in this area between the biology and the social. There's been a good deal of research, which I'll be dealing with in the lecture. And the idea is essentially a behavioural one. It's one of persistent and pervasive abnormalities in being able to concentrate, so people affected are distractible, forgetful and disorganized, in excessive activity, restless and fidgety, and in impulsiveness, which essentially is acting without thinking and getting into trouble as a result. And the research is in, as following different traditions. In the more biological tradition that I was starting with, we learn, and we'll come on to it, that genetic influences are strong, that parts of the brain, especially the frontal lobes and the basal ganglia, are small, that the same structures underactivate in certain tasks, and that there are psychological deficits. Then in the other camp, there would be the notion that there are great differences over time, that the diagnosis has been increasing dramatically over the last 20 years. There are great differences in prevalence between countries. America diagnoses it 10 times as commonly as we do, and about 100 times more commonly than the French do. And that there are emotional and behavioural problems, and that